Welcome to another episode of Open Mic Debates. I'm your host, Small.
Boy, Ice.
What we gonna talk about today, man?
Today, we're gonna talk about since all this new things going on with the Brian Flores, with thoughts of racism in the workplace. So let me ask you,
Racism.
but first we're gonna speak on what's been going on. What do you feel about the NFL and what they did with Flores and how he's been doing in general?
It's not surprising. We already know how the NFL feels about us. We've seen that with Kaepernick. It's unfortunate. I take that back. Only thing that was surprising was the owner asking to pay him, or willing to pay him to lose. Now that was surprising. I didn't expect that. We always hear about teams tanking, but we ain't know the owners was actually trying to pay the coach to lose games on purpose so they can, you know what I'm saying? But so that part was surprising. But as far as, you know what I'm saying, minorities not getting enough interviews and the, owners showing them to the interviews drunk and, not risk giving the utmost professionalism to, other minorities when they're interviewing, yeah, that don't surprise me.
Yeah,
what you think?
I think that NFL owners are intimidating Black people, right? Mm-hmm. So you look at it like that as far as an intimidation. Then you look at it at the aspect of like they want somebody that just look like them. So it kind of like in that basis, I kind of feel what they saying, even though you can't be like that, you know what I'm saying? But they just trying to put their people on, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like taking it to a point where you being racist about it, like I think it's like disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? Like how you just hire somebody or give somebody the opportunity that you wouldn't give somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just where it boiled down to, where it's just like, so it like for instance, a lot of my, you know what I'm saying, adult work force that's been overseas. So working overseas and dealing with racism is just like, you see like the clan, you know what I'm saying, type of attachment, where it's just like people at the top look a certain way, and it just kind of like get darker. So like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
White, kind of like mix, little Mexican, little Asian. You know what I'm saying? Like to the niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's just in their mind. That's just how it is. And I think they don't see, you know what I'm saying, like us as leaders. I think it's just they don't see us as leaders in just the intimidation factor. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. I ain't trying to cut you off.
Yeah.
I think they do see us as leaders because at one point, you know what I'm saying, we were the doctors, we were the inventors, we was all that, and they took that away from us. So I think they just don't want to put us back in that position again, how gifted we are. So I think they don't want to put us in that position of authority. They want to suppress us.
Absolutely. So what are some things you had to get over?
So what now?
What are some things you had to get over as far as dealing with racism?
Well, the first thing you got to get over is just, it's really not going to change. That's the first thing you got to get over with. Like, you just got to realize, like, it's not going to change. That's what you're going to deal with. You always going to be fighting a battle against them. You got to know when to pick your battle. You know what I'm saying? You got to know when to just sit down and just, just take it on the chin and be like, I really can't do nothing about this. Because if I do say something, I'm going to lose my job. Do I got some fuck you money excuse me, do I got enough fuck you money in the bank to where I can lose my job? Probably not. So, you know what I'm saying? I need to just go ahead and just take this on the chin and go with it. So that's the first thing. You got to know that they always going to have the upper hand. Like they always going to have, like the system is developed for them to win and for us to lose. That's the number one thing I see. So I think once you realize that, then you can try to kind of, you know what I'm saying, counter with little stuff here and there like when you start picking your battles and choosing them. But you always got to make sure you're on point, and you got to make sure you're almost 2 steps ahead of them at all times.
Yeah, but that's crazy, man. Like how, when you really think about just pretty much, unless it's like an independent, unless you're doing something independent, you know what I'm saying? It's always, like you start at the bottom because we don't have those positions. We're not in that's the thing. Like we're just not in positions. We're not hiring managers. We're not in the corporate rooms. We don't have those positions. So
right.
I think that's the difficult thing where it's just like, to me, I look at it like a double-edged sword, you know what I'm saying, to be honest, because I got to be real with myself and be like, it's one thing I always said, like, if it was switch and black folks was white folks were slaves and black folks was the owners, white folks would still be slaves. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like when we in position, the thing is when we in position, I guess the problem is when we do get in position, our mental turn just like theirs. They be like, I want to put him on, but what if he do bad? You know what I'm saying? Or okay, like for instance, when one coach get a job, it be seeming like he bringing like 4 or 5 people, right? But if a black person get a job, it'd be like he can't bring 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying? It look bad, or you feel a certain type of way because of what it look like. It's just like, okay, one of y'all may be good, but goddamn 4 or 5 of y'all, so, like for real,
Yeah.
That's what somebody had a joke. I heard this dude say, a nigga said, white folks treat black people like pennies. He was just like, shit, when you cash out pennies, one is cool, but 4 or 5 of them motherfuckers, that's what you like. He said, that's how they treat us in the workplace.
Oh man, but it is crazy how they treat us in the workplace. It's almost like they just assume that you dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know your job, especially if you are a minority in a position of power, like a manager. You know what I'm saying? On up, supervisor, whatever. They come at you different. First of all, you know what I'm saying? Because they feel like they can be more direct with you, but you see how they address another manager, and it's like totally different approach. You know what I'm saying? This is like, why you came at me like that, but you ain't come at them like that? You know what I'm saying? They're like, what are you talking about? Like they play the dumb role. You know what I'm saying? Like you see stuff like that, and that's part of like picking and choosing your battles. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen how you came at me, but like you didn't even come at him like that. You just shot him an email. Like why I didn't get an email? Why I had to have a verbal? You know what I'm saying? Like it's little stuff like that you pick up on, and it's just like, okay, that's just a mental note. I see how they doing that. I see how they addressing this situation. Okay, cool. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But in other situations, it's different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they choose, like, let's just say, for instance, it was a verbal altercation between two associates.
Yeah.
And you was there and they was there. They ain't gonna get in the middle of that situation and try to break that up. They're gonna look at you like that. They're gonna be like, oh, why you get the niggas. They don't want no confrontation. They scared of where it could go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, oh yeah, can I get you over? Can I get your sisters over here? Like they quickly.
That's when they want your black. That's when they want your black.
Yeah, exactly. That's when they want your blackness. Yeah, but they want your blackness because they like, well, you should be familiar with this type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Without saying it, but that's what they thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's some shit they gonna say, and it's some shit they gonna think. and that for real. Shout out to Nips, man. R.I.P. But yeah, it's they pick and choose how they want to use you, and it's so obvious. If you just sit back and you just analyze shit, it's so obvious.
Yeah, man. It's a frustrating thing, man. It's kind of like it's like you get somewhat of a PTSD from it, where it was just like,
Yeah.
if I walk into a new job, I can't help but feel uncomfortable. Not feel uncomfortable because I'm gonna feel good, confident in myself. But it's just like I'm not familiar with the personnel. I know this only. It's a. I ain't gonna say it's. I'm prejudging wrong, but it's a high chance that we only have this work in common. As far as not saying that all humans don't have things in common, but it's kind of like whether you from a neighborhood or understanding or I'm from it. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just a different a type of comfort level because I just feel like I automatically have to be the best technician. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that my mind just be like I gotta be the best. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, you know what I'm saying. Like I'm looked at as I can't never show I'm lazy. I can't never out on time. You know what I'm saying? I be we got a morning meeting. It's on time we come to the shop. You know what I'm saying? And you sit there and you be like, damn, I know if there's a nigga coming in like that, say something. Like I just know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even in like my field, that should be so divided. Like they talk about it. Shit. It's like you walk in the shop, it be like we have more than me. Like it says like 20 people there, right? You'll have like 12, 13 white folk. As soon as you walk in, and all the way on this side, you know what I'm saying, you have the Hispanics. And I'm the only nigga. Or they just like this mixed nigga. That's it.
Yeah.
Like they sit segregated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it's hard to, man, on so many levels, you know what I'm saying? Like, racism is effective, but in the workforce, it's just.
It is.
Kind of like.
It is.
Toss your hands up. And not saying it's something that we just got to deal with. It's just something that you just have to understand it's just there and not let it affect you, you know what I'm saying, where you trying to go. Because whatever mentality you just got to have, you can't have it like, oh, maybe we're going to get a handout, maybe we're going to get a favor. Just like, nah, nigga, you just got to work hard.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely got to work. If you're a minority,
like, you got to impress them because they ain't going to already assume. Like, you got to impress them. And then it's just like.
Yeah. You got to be twice as good at your job. You got to be twice as good at your job being a black person. You got to be twice as good at your job. Because they're gonna look at you and expect twice the amount of work from you. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. And then how many times have you came to a new job, let's just say like orientation or something like that, and like soon as you walk into the room, you scan the room, and you like, oh, it's a couple brothers over there. It's an empty seat over there. I'm gonna go sit close to the brothers. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's your comfort zone. That's you just feel like Well, I know that's one thing we got in common. We both minority in here.
You know what?
Off top, that's what you thinking.
I was thinking about it when I first joined the military. You gotta have when you first go to your duty station, like your real duty station, you gotta have a buddy. Like it's somebody that that's been there. It's gonna show you around for like 2-3 weeks. Whatever.
Yeah.
Now I think about it, it's always somebody that's your race.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't ever like mix it up. You know, I never seen it done. You know.
Yeah.
Unless they just couldn't. But I don't remember seeing it. You know what I'm saying? And naturally,
Yeah.
because I think that it just stems at what comes from society. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Society. So it's just like fuck. You know.
Yeah.
So I got a question.
All right.
What's what do you think about black folks that's racist in the workplace? For instance, I got an example. So one of my jobs overseas. It was like a fuel farm I was working at, right? So I lay it out for you where it's like simple. It's pretty simple. Like the foreigners, they pump the gas. You just stay in the little shack, little chew. You know what I'm saying? Truck come out. You know, you see what the gallon is. They signed it. Take it back in the truck. And what's that? That's what we did. So then they had two people doing that, me and another person, right? So we used to, me and this older cat, I think it was like 10 years my senior. We came up with this plan, like shit, we working 12 hours, shit. You do half, I do half, we go back to the room. It was,
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, it was an emergency, I'm holding down, I call, come back. Ooh.
Yeah.
Did that for a good minute, good while. So then our foreman went on R&R, right? Boom, cool. I was just like, hey man, they was like, the dude I was doing it with was gonna be back up for me. So it was like cool, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, bring I forgot old buddy's name. I said, bring what's his name over here so we could do a little swap, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, no, I don't know, man, you know, we can get in trouble for it. I'm sticking in my head like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas in position do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At that moment, I realized, like, you know, because it was like immediately, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, I seen it happening. He grew. It was just like, damn, immediately. You know, it's like, nigga, literally just 2 days ago, nigga, we was doing this. Now you
Yeah.
got problems in it. You know what I'm saying? And it let me know, like, shit, that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
How it is.
Yeah, you just gotta situations like that. You just gotta sit back and laugh at it. You know what I'm saying? One thing I noticed too, over my years of working, is people that's in a position of authority. If they like real sticklers or like try to like enforce their will, like let you know like who's boss around there, they usually ain't got no say so at the house.
Mm.
So like when they come to work, that's their time to shine. Because at the house, they quiet.
Yeah.
You can hear a rat piss on cotton. That's how quiet it is at the house.
Yeah, it's
So like you can always tell those, you know what I'm saying? And I just think it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like I see you and I hear you, but like at the same time, it's like you doing too much. It's not that serious.
yeah, yeah.
So that's how I look at that.
You know, sometimes I be thinking black folks is more racist than white folks. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
be thinking sometimes? I got another story. So it was this new cat, older cat. It always be older cats too. older cat, right?
Yeah. There's
Look,
some young out there.
so from Florida, I'm just saying in my story, my situation.
Right. Yeah,
You
I
know,
got you.
so from Florida, we used to get our calls in. So they're called HVAC 24. I'll be like, yo, HVAC 24 coming in. Boom. So the manager kept on sending me calls. This is like the first week of me knowing this dude. He riding with me. So I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, I got you. This nigga, oh man, you keep asking for that cracker. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you say you go somewhere, nigga name Mr. Green. That nigga said, as soon as you go somewhere, that nigga goddamn, you jump onto it. I said, man, what you want me to do? This our job. Like, nigga, you call, pick up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like that. Now that's another that's another topic that go on as far as that pride that us as black people had to make it harder to get over that racism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Following that shit. But this is one example too, obviously, with this story. So one day, right, the manager called me in and he go, "Hey man, you gotta do the inspection for your tools." I was like, "Look man, I ain't got no tools. I ain't. That's green through the inspection." So he was like, "Cool, have him do the inspection." So he goes, I go back to the car and I'm like, "Look man, you gotta do this inspection." Talking shit, you know what I'm saying? And he like, "Man, I ain't doing it." So shit, at this point, I'm instigating, you know what I'm saying? So I go, "Hey man," he said he ain't doing it. Cause the nigga been talking shit the whole time for like the last
Yeah.
and a half about every time I call, "Oh, you should do that." So I go back and I'm like, "Hey," he said he ain't doing it. He said, "Have him come here." You know what I'm saying? So I said, "Hey man," Charlie said, "Hey, you gotta go see him." He's like, "For what, man? You take my tools, blah, blah, blah." Man, like I was just chilling, right? And something said, "Man, go in there." So cool, before the door closed, I go in there. Bro, it was the first thing I heard. "Excuse me, Mr. Charlie, sir. You said you wanted me?" I said, "No." I said, "No, you said you weren't doing the inventory. Tell him that." You know what I'm saying? Oh, that nigga there looking at me like, "Yeah, nigga." You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing like us as black people gotta get over, man. Like we be racist, calling folks crackers, but then we don't want him to say nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that should be
Yeah.
crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And that's the crazy thing too is, you know what I'm saying, black people that be calling white people crackers, like they don't know their history. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like calling them crackers is not really a derogatory name to them. Like that's actually like putting them higher up in the position of authority because they used to call them crackers, they used to crack that whip.
Mm.
So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah,
Just
man.
a little Black History fact for you. You know, this is Black History Month.
Yeah.
And on that note, you know what I'm saying? We got the Black History tees for you at righteousclothing.com. You know what I'm saying? Black history is world history.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think that's the first thing we gotta do as far as to understand racism in the workplace. Because it's like you just gotta understand the society that we in. You know what I'm saying? And kind of like conform to it, not like let it what do you say? I'll being just to win, but I ain't finna break. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
in the you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't finna like make me change who I am, make me sell my soul, but I'm in this world. But I understand I can't fight the system on some work for the white man type shit, because
yeah.
that's just how it's gonna be structured, foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Like the gap is too big. The back
Yeah.
too big. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's just like once you understand that, then you'll understand where your place is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just find your place. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Just go on with faith, whatever you believe, you know what I'm saying? But one thing that you can't do is just be like, "Oh man, shit, you know how it is, man. These white folk, man, they don't want nigga to." Yeah, we do know. So what we gonna do about it? Like, I'm saying that shit. Nigga.
Exactly. What we gonna do about it? How we gonna progress?
Niggas
How
let
we?
that be the only conversation. Two ways you
Yeah.
can. Yeah, you know how it is, these white folk. Now you got another nigga like, they got, fuck you. Where you going from there? Where you
Yeah.
going from there? Got another frustration. You know what I'm saying? But then
That,
you flip, like, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna stop this. They ain't gonna stop that. You know what I'm saying? Just like, shit, what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's
yeah.
just a mindset, you know what I'm saying, where you just gotta get to, you just gotta be like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely a mindset thing. And it's also, you know what I'm saying, I think a lot of people are complacent. You know what I'm saying? They find where they at. You know what I'm saying? They scared to make that next move or, you know what I'm saying, go to that next challenge. Cause like, you know what I'm saying, we get complacent, we get in our comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? I've been at my job for the last 16 years. So like I'm one of them. Like I'm complacent at times and I'm in my comfort zone. I know what I can get away with at work. I know what I can't do at work, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like we all are damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Shit.
You know, I'll say this while you thinking. The one excuse, not excuse, but one reason a lot of black folks are complacent is either they scared to change or they don't have no example. Like they don't have no blueprint. And
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing too, like the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Like when we get to that job, who do we see? Like I said, who do we see that's like us that make us want to be like, oh shit, I want to be a store manager. What's the name? Cool. You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah.
and that's the thing where it's just like we have to work hard. You know what I'm saying? Really not for us. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you working hard for the next generation. You know,
Yeah.
you trying to get to a high
Definitely.
position so they can see people in your position and they can see it
Mm-hmm.
and be like, oh, no, I got hired by, you know what I'm saying? I got hired by a black person. My manager was a black person. And what's his name? You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah.
go. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
yeah.
when do you see that unless you in shout out to the birthplace, Pineville, Louisiana, working at Piccadilly or something, you know. So,
That pick Wrigley.
you know what I'm saying? Then you a goddamn, you know, work like that's the only time. And you see what you know what I'm saying? But on some real
That
shit.
boy
Like
said
that shit.
Wiggly. What you know about it? We used to have a Piggly Wiggly out there in Columbus, Georgia. Yeah, man. She knows. That was a good one, man. I like that one. You know. And on that note, Arepa Dirty.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice, man.